Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio and welcome back. Today I am going to be doing another make for the I Saw It on Pinterest series. And I am going to try to get through this video. It is storming outside, so if you hear thunder, that's what it is. That's what the noise is thunder. Of course, you know, everything will be fine if the power goes out as far as the camera goes, because I'm filming on my phone, but I will lose the light. So if that happens, obviously I will stop the video and then I will continue it when we get power back, if that happens. I live kind of in a rural area, and it is, you know, not uncommon for us to lose power during storms, because we have big old huge trees that, you know, fall on power lines or whatever. So hopefully that won't happen, but it is very possible. So today's pin is from an article from Simon Says Stamp blog from February of 2019, and this particular make was created by Barbarayaya, and her blog spot is yayascrap.blogspot.it. I'm trying to read the little bitty letters down here. yayascrap.blogspot.it. Okay, so I am going to adapt this large tag that she has made, and I think this is a large etc. tag, and then she's put, you know, a photo and a smaller tag on top of it. I'm going to adapt this kind of layout, but I want to make it work with my latest journal. And I like a lot of things about this as far as the scale and how it's laid out. And so I'm going to take the things that I like about this, and I'm actually going to make a page in my journal. And you can see that I have this digital that is the French ticking in the blue that I'm going to use for a background. And let me look this up and I'll tell you who this digital is from. Let's see. It's actually from my porch prints. I thought that's who it was, but I wanted to check, and it's called Blue Ticking. And it has, like I said, several pages. And I'm going to be using it in the journal. To show you the journal, this is the journal that it will be going in. I have just finished the cover for this. And it is going to be blue and white with red accents. And so the inside is red and white ticking. With this blue fabric that I had left over from when I did furniture. I think I actually used this to upholster some dining room chairs, and so I just had some of it left. So it's a heavier weight fabric because it was, you know, for upholstery. I think I got it at Joann's in their back in their section of, I don't want to say it's duck cloth, because it's not duck cloth, but it is thicker than, you know, just regular cotton fabric. And then I just took little scrap bits of lace and crochet and things like that, and some denim and things, and put on there. It's going to be a single signature journal, and it's going to have tea dye paper inside that I'm leaving fairly light because I think that goes better with the fabrics. And then I am going to be inserting some blue and white papers and red accents throughout the entire journal. So that is that. And the closure is a piece of sari silk, and it's going to wrap around these buttons, kind of like on a coin envelope kind of deal. So you can wrap it around to close it up. And I don't want to cut this off yet because I don't know how thick it's going to be when it's all said and done. So anyway, back to what we were doing. I am going to use, like I said, this is a page, and we're going to make the tag. So the first thing that I want to do is create the background that we see here. And I'm going to start, I think, with the embossing. It has some white embossing in the back, and it actually, from what I can tell, does have this particular stamp stamped up here in the corner. So I'm going to start with that one first, and I'm only going to do part of it. And I've got my embossing stuff here. Oh, that was loud. I'm sure you guys can hear that. I have a big window right to one side of my desk, and so it probably sounds a lot worse because I'm next to that window. Let me get a piece of paper that I can, so I can dump my stuff back in there. So I'm gonna put this one here. I hope that's, yeah, it is. I started to say, I hope that's the white and not the clear. Yeah, I think that's okay. It didn't stamp perfectly, but I don't need it to be perfect. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to use this stamp just because I like the, this is also Tim Holtz, but I like the little swirly bannery things. Probably should have got my other embossing ink. I think this one is about had it. Oops. Okay, that one worked much better than the top one. Maybe we should take the top one off and do it again. Let's do that. Maybe I just didn't get enough on it the last time. I'm wiping my stamps off here. All right, let's try this again. May have been blabbing and not got my ink on there quick enough. Now that may be a big disaster. We'll see. Nope, I think that's okay. Alright, and then the last thing I want to do is not get this all over my desk. I want to do some numbers. Kind of over here. Make sure that doesn't have any. Okay. Stuck my finger right in that. There we go. And I don't need anything over on the other side. So I think that's going to be good. So let's emboss this real quick. Let me put this back in here. So we're not blowing stuff everywhere. Wipe my stamp off real quick. I'm getting the biggest portion of it off with just this dry cloth, but when we're done with the video, I will actually take a wet wipe and wipe them down real good. I'm getting my little brush here so I can get these embossing powder cleaned up. This is a Japanese paintbrush, and it's great for cleaning up embossing powder because it's got really soft bristles on it, so it makes a great brush for that. All right, so sorry for the noise. I'll try to keep it down and get it done as quickly as I can. Okay, so so there's that part. And I do want to mention that this, I printed this on newsprint. That's why you're seeing it wrinkle up like it is. And I will mount this to regular paper because it is going to be too thin to handle having a tag and all that on it. And as a matter of fact, I may do that right now. So I'm just going to take a piece of tea-dyed paper. Alright, and we'll just take a glue stick. I like printing on the newsprint because I like the texture of it, but I also like the fact that if you are going to double it up in your journal or whatever, it doesn't cause a lot of bulk. I'm not worried about how straight this is or anything like that. I want the stuff in this journal to kind of be perfectly imperfect. Okay, now I'm going to trim this up. Okay, so that's what we have now. Wipe the glue up. All right, so the next step is going to be to get some blotches and stuff on the background. Now, because my printer is not if I were to try to splatter this with anything, it's going to make the ink run. So we're going to have to use stamps to achieve the same look without adding any additional water, is what I'm trying to say. So I am going to use my splatter stamp, and I am going to use some vintage photo, and I'm just gonna put some splatters here and there. Now, I believe that she has used texture paste, and I'm not gonna do that. because I don't want texture paste on a page, if that makes sense. If I was doing just the tag like she did, you know, I might consider that, but I'm not going to do it on a page, because that's just going to make the page heavier. Now, I'm going to take the same splatter stamp, and I am going to use prize ribbon and put some blue splatters to make it appear that I've, you know, kind of sprayed it. And I really did not ink this edge too well. So let me... Okay. I think that's got the look that I want. We may need another blue right here. We may be able to tell better once I get everything else going. So for the tag, and I just thought of something that I needed to get that I forgot. Basically, all I'm going to do for this is I'm going to ink up these edges. And I'm going to put some splatters on it, and that's about it. Now, she has sewn around hers, and I do not sew. But I can put some faux stitching around it. And then she has also done some drips and stuff. So this is going to go on here like this. I'm trying to decide if I want to use, I think I'm just going to use this and continue it so it's going to have a cohesive look. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just kind of randomly stamp it, and then let me stamp off the blue, and we'll go back to the vintage photo and do a few of those. Okay. And then this is brown packing paper, and I just crumpled it up and crumpled it up and crumpled it up, and I put some prize ribbon on there, and then I went over it with my vintage photo pad like this, and then dried it, and that's how I got that look. And that is gonna go right here. And then I have this ticket. I need to ink it. And this is a Tim Holtz stamp from his ticket stamps. And it's just stamped on a piece of cardstock that's got kind of a beigey brown color to it. And there are some splatters on that as well. Okay, now I'm going to start incorporating my red. I want to put a red stamp right down here at the bottom, and I'm going to pick just like something random. It doesn't really matter what it says or anything. I think I'm going to use this one. This is from the Stampool stamp. I think it's called like dates, something dates, number 2 or something like that. I'm terrible with remembering the names of things. Okay. And it's this one. If that helps you any. Alright, and I'm going to do one more. Kind of over here. That one's too long. Let's do that one. Okay, so I believe that's all the stamping we need to do now. For my hole, I've got this little hole reinforcer that has red and blue on it. So I'm going to put that on the tag. Like that. And then I don't have any of these little metal things. I've used them all and I've never reordered them. So I have made just a little rectangular, this is out of the Tim Holtz stuff, just a little rectangular number, and put a string through it, and that's what I'm going to use. It's going to go right there. And then this, as I drag it away, this is the photo I'm going to use, and this is out of a lot of photos, a lot as in L-O-T, that I bought off eBay that had just a lot of big, huge quantity of vintage photos in it. but it has some really good ones. And I'm gonna ink it up, age it up a little bit. It's like a mom and her little boy with his little cowboy outfit on. I had a cowboy outfit when I was little too. Or I guess a cowgirl outfit. So that's gonna go there, and that's gonna go there. And then I do have the little metal clip like she's got, and it goes here. And I'm not sure what the V stands for that she put up there, but I'm going to use this little 5-cent thing for mine. Which that is not straight. I'm going to put that little 5-cent thing right there. Not that that makes any sense either, but I just like the way that looks. So do we need anything else? Thinking we might need a stamp right there. Seems like a big blank space, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot. I'm going to put this washi tape on there too to hold the ticket on. I might could put some washi right there. I do have some red. I have this red lacy looking stuff. Dump my whole basket out. Would that be too much? Can't find the end. This is 49 in Market. There it is. I think. See, I feel like if I do that, then it needs to go here to create a triangle. Where's my, oh wait, I have my red stamp. Okay, so maybe we don't need that. Maybe we just need another stamp right there. Okay, we're gonna set this aside for the time being and get some of this stuff glued down. Let's glue our paper down. We'll kind of crinkle it up as we do it. Let's see if I can put some splatter stamp on that and maybe make that look more like splattered than than it does. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, and then our tag, it's going to go here. I'm going to use our glitter glue for that since we're gluing over the top of that other paper, just to be sure. All right, so now the piece that we're going to address, my iPad keeps going to sleep, is this little piece right here that is actually a piece of scrapbook paper, I think, and she's just cut part of it out. And it goes across that tag, or under the tag, but across the ticket. So where's, see my tag here. So if I put it right, I should have made that ticket. Well, no, it's okay. So if I put it right about here, that's where aesthetically I think it should go. So that's what we're doing. Oh, I don't want to cover up my numbers though over on the other side. So we may drop it lower. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just another design element. It doesn't really have a function per se. Okay, now we can put our tag on. No. Now we want to put this on. Or we won't get it on. So I'm just going to tie that . And then I'm going to take just a piece of washi or masking tape or something, masking tape probably, and put over it. Okay, now we're going to glue our tag down. The main thing you have to consider when you're doing something like this and you're, you know, trying to work something out that's on a different scale than what you're looking at is to look at your proportions and make sure that what you're doing, you know, looks pleasing to your eye. Because since we didn't use the big, huge, etc. tag, you know, everything is kind of condensed in. So I've had to adjust accordingly to make sure that everything is going to have the right look in the end. Okay, and then where's my other little... I've lost my little... my little stamp piece. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay, now we can address any areas that we feel like need something extra. For example, I believe we need some blue splatters up here, just a couple. So I'm going to do that. And maybe here. Maybe there. And there. Okay. Now I'm going to clean it off, and I'm going to do some of the vintage photo. And I'm going to use the other side of the stamp so the splatters are different. Okay. And I still feel like there needs to be a stamp or something right there. So, what do we have that we can put there? Maybe just a little bit of that script will do it. Yes. And let's put just a tad of that down here. All right, guys, I think that's got it. Let me get my iPad and I'll show you the inspiration piece. So there we go. There's our inspiration piece. And then this is my page for my journal. And I think that it's going to go quite well. It's going to be kind of an eclectic journal. It's going to be more about the colors than anything else. So, see, that would go like that. So yeah, very cute. I like it. Hope you guys like it too. Let me know what you think. And thank you guys for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much for supporting my channel. Every little bit helps. And I will see you guys back tomorrow for the 50 Stack Challenge 3. Until then, everybody have a great evening. Bye.